Confession here, I am terrible at asking for help. I think that I should be able to do everything on my own and that no help should be required, because if I needed help, that means that I'm weak or something like that. Any of you relate? Well, I've learned a lesson far too late in life from one of my dear teachers, Marcia Miller, my yoga teacher and mentor and friend. And when I started taking her classes, when I moved here to Columbus, Ohio about 6 years ago, I took her classes and she would always offer to bring a prop to you or a blanket or a pillow or bolster or any of those great things that make you more comfortable, especially in final resting pose. Because really, who wants to get up and get their own stuff in, like when they're trying to relax, right? So she'd always offer. I would never take her up on this offer. And then finally one day I was set up in some restorative pose and she just looked at me and she's like, "You need another blanket." And my reaction was, "Oh no, it's fine. Like, it's okay." So this is how Marcia is. She went ahead and got the blanket anyways, and she puts a folded blanket under my head. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much better. So I began to think, like, why am I not asking her for things? And I did think about it for a while. It probably took me several more weeks, but finally I decided, especially when I was lying down in her class, I'm just gonna ask for stuff. And finally, my favorite thing that she does for me is that I say, "Marcia, I want you to cover me up." And at final resting pose, she'll put a blanket over me and wrap the blanket around my feet, which feels so good. It's like being a baby again, right? Like someone wrapping or swaddling you up. And it feels great. So here's the practice for you today. When you're feeling overwhelmed, or maybe like you just don't have enough hands to carry all the things that you have or to do all the things that you have to do, I invite you to pause and feel that. So feel the overwhelm. Lean into that for a minute and then ask for help. Whoever happens to be around, or if no one happens to be around to ask, think about what thing do you not have to do in that moment. Let something go. That's your practice for today. Ask for help or let it go.